Hello, English learners. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Melika Kuti. Today, I'm going to focus on the present perfect. The present perfect is formed as follows. Subject plus auxiliary to have in the present simple. Either have or has, depending on the subject, plus the past participle of the verb. Affirmative form. I have visited. He has visited. Interrogative form. Have I visited? Has he visited? Negative form. I haven't visited. He hasn't visited. All right. Let's see the different meanings of the present perfect. Okay. The present perfect links the past and the present. Use it for an action that started at some unspecified time in the past. The action or its effects carry over into the present. The action may or may not still be happening. Example, she has lost a lot of weight. She has lost a lot of weight. It means she looks thin now. Another example, have you seen the Message movie, the English copy? Would you like to see it with me tonight? This is the meaning. Good. We often use the following words with the present perfect, of course. Ever, never, already, and yet. Examples. Have you ever seen a rhinoceros? I have never been to India. We have already done this task. He hasn't seen his uncle yet. Another meaning. Use the present perfect for actions that started in the past and are still going on now. Use for and since to tell how long the action has been happening. Use for plus an amount of time. For example, for 24 hours, for 10 days, for a week, for 6 years, for a while, for centuries. Use since plus a specific start time. It means the departure or the point of departure or the starting. Use since plus a specific start time. For example, since Sunday, since last year, since her birthday, since 10:30, since 2007. Examples, I have lived in the same apartment for 2 years, which means I still live there. They have been married since 1983, which means they are still married. He hasn't eaten anything for 24 hours. He hasn't eaten anything since 6 o'clock last night. He has lost 10 pounds since he stopped eating. Another meaning, use the present perfect for repeated actions and for actions that will probably happen again. We often add words or phrases, for example, 10 times, several, or adverbs of frequency that imply repetition, for example, always, usually, sometimes. We also use expressions like so far and up to the moment. Examples, I've done, it means I have done. I've done the same physics problem 3 times. She's taken several drama classes. I've always tried to do my best. The students have written 3 essays so far. Another meaning, we sometimes use the present perfect for actions that have happened very recently, especially when the action or its effects influence the present. We often add adverbs such as just, recently, and lately. Examples, I want to have some rest. I've just arrived. They have recently sold their horse. Have you seen any good documentaries lately? Now let's see some more examples. Have you ever eaten caviar? It means in your life. Here we use ever. We've never had a car. Have you read Hamlet? No, I haven't read any of Shakespeare's plays. Mary really loves that film. She's seen it 9 times. What a boring film! It's the most boring film I've ever seen. Okay, now let's see verb to be to, instead of or replacing to visit, or sometimes to go. For example, I say, I've never been to China. Have you been there? So he cannot say, for example, I've never gone to China. Have you gone there? No, it's not correct. Okay, we have to use here verb to be. I've never been to China. Have you been there? Okay. Other examples. Have you heard from Brian recently? Have you heard from Brian recently? I've met a lot of people in the last few days. I've met a lot of people in the last few days. Everything is going well. We haven't had any problems so far. Everything is going well. We haven't had any problems so far. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. It means from breakfast until now. Okay? Another example, the last one, it's good to see you again. We haven't seen each other for a long time. It's good to see you again. We haven't seen each other for a long time.